Facebook Live. I think that might have taken a little bit to load. How is everyone doing? I've missed you all. It's been quite some time, and it's been raining here at Humboldt Redwood State Park. The times are changing, so it's a little darker now than our usual 3 o'clock live stream. And it's been raining for quite some time now, and I've been able to get a free gap of some clearness. There's still a little bit of drip drops, but I think I remember telling you guys what this video was going to be about. And today's Facebook Live is going to be about mushrooms. Yes, everybody, mushrooms. I know that we've talked about it. I know Griff has definitely talked about mushrooms. He loves mushrooms. And so, by the title of my video, we're going to talk a little bit about how we humans are related to mushrooms. Like what? On my way here, I accidentally stepped on a little baby mushroom. So, a little moment of silence for this little baby mushroom. I'm so sorry, little friend. I'm so sorry. And it's just a reminder for everyone to tread with caution when you're here in our trails. We're having lots of mushroom friends pop up during this time, and just to tread with caution. They're everywhere, and you're very likely to accidentally step on one, just like I did. I'm gonna try to make this a little bit bigger. Sorry about that, guys. My screen, for some reason. Oh, there it is. Now I can see myself in a much bigger view. So we're gonna talk about mushrooms and how humans are related to mushrooms. Is that even possible? Well, mushrooms, believe it or not, have been on our world for a very, very, very long time. And like many species, it has evolved with the times, and it has adapted, and very much so, it holds a little bit of information that all life has, because mushrooms is actually just like a phrase or like a word. It's actually a misnomer because it's referring to fungi. So fungi are actually very similar to plants and humans in that they are eukaryotes. Erica, what is a eukaryote? Well, basically, there are prokaryotes, eukaryotes, and eukaryotes are plants, humans, and fungi. And by that I mean that eukaryotes actually have a cell structure that is different than other kinds of organisms, in that they share something in common, and many of you may already know what that is, and that is DNA, because inside of these cells there are discrete structures. And the most famous structure that combines all of these things is none other than the nucleus itself. And the nucleus holds lots of information, but the most important thing that it has is that it has DNA. And it is with this DNA that a lot of scientists, and with time, we have been able to trace back the lineages of many, many, many things. And that is how I am able to confidently say today that humans are actually more closely related to fungi than we may have believed. And I want to show you some mushrooms that I came across today. I had to find some nice little big ones, and I don't exactly know what kind these are. But you can see, if you look deep enough, the mushroom, if you guys have been paying attention to some of Griff's Facebook lives, is actually just a sexual organ. So this is kind of how the spores, this is how a mushroom procreates. And inside, if you can see, it's kind of hard. You can kind of see this like white part at the bottom, and that is the mycelium. That is really the fungus. So that is the fungi. And the fruiting body, the mushroom, is really just like a fruit inside of a tree. So it just pops up periodically. It's not there all the time. Whoa, this is going crazy. I'm gonna put this back on this tripod. And so there could be a fungi living there for long periods of time, even years, before you can even see a fruiting body. So mushrooms are really with us everywhere most of the time, whether we know it or not. And so one other thing that really makes us more related to mushrooms is the fact that mushrooms, like people and humans and animals, are actually heterotrophs. What do I mean by that? Well, most plants, like these beautiful coast redwood trees that we have here, are autotrophs. And autotrophs, it's kind of in the word auto, they create their own like food, right? They kind of feed themselves. They utilize sunlight and carbon dioxide to make the sugars that they need in order to survive and to live, basically. But heterotrophs, like people, like my mushroom friends down here, um, are heterotrophs. And by that, we actually need something else to kind of feed us. And so, how mushrooms actually kind of feed themselves is that they emit like an enzyme that goes throughout their little area. And this is what breaks down organic material so that they in turn can utilize that for their nutrition. So, they're basically, it's kind of like a stomach, right? If you think about it, you see how the lineage is related in some way. Humans and animals, where we eat and we have certain kinds of enzymes, or other kinds of mechanical, whether it be chewing, that we break down our organic matter, or the organic material, our food that we use to survive. So in that, we're also similar to mushrooms, whether you knew it or not. So now you see why we are related to these beautiful, beautiful little mushies and fungi that really covers so much of the world, whether we know it or not. Because remember, the mushroom is just one little part of the actual fungi and the whole organism. And so I hope today you guys learned a little bit about mushrooms and how we as humans are actually more closely related to them than we thought. So, me and my little mushroom friends bid you adieu and goodbye, everybody. Hi, Rachel, by the way, missed you, girl. I see your comment in the section. All right, bye, everybody. And please enjoy some nice edible mushrooms. It's the season, but if you are going to pick them, make sure that you get a local book from the area, because all mushrooms are very, very different in every kind of region. So please, if you are going to be doing that, make sure that you get some quality certified books that are local within your region, so that you can really differentiate between different kinds of species, because there are so many different kinds of funguses and mushrooms. And so you don't want to accidentally be one of those unfortunate people that either takes edible mushrooms, or you could be poisoned, and we don't want to get into that. So be careful if you do go mushroom hunting, and happy mushroom season, everybody. We'll see you on my next Facebook Live 2 weeks from now. Bye, everybody.